My job. June Moke, everybody. All right, we'll just bring the next act right on. Are you ready for the next act? Whoa. Okay, do one round of applause for Andrew Ferenbach. Hello, hello. Okay, so first and foremost, confession time. I am a scientist. Yes, I am Dr. Andrew Ferenbach, but I don't go around dropping the D-bomb because, well, it's bad. Anyway, but I'm not just a scientist, I'm a legacy scientist. My grandfather was also a scientist. And he, okay, don't worry, quick history lesson. He was actually a little bit of a legend. And you think, well, what was he a legend for? Well, he was a specialist in the field of winkles. For those of you who don't know what on earth a winkle is, it's a tiny little shelled creature that sits on rocks. It's not a barnacle, which incidentally has the longest genitals in the animal kingdom, because it can't go visiting the ladies, its genitals have to do the work. So literally, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. There was a friend of mine who I referred to as Barnacle Bill, but not for that reason, and he didn't like the name. But anyway, that's also getting sidetracked. Anyway, back to the winkles. My grandfather, back in his heyday, the scientific community of winkles apparently was a big deal, and they couldn't get winkles to breed in captivity. Scientists spent good money and high technology. They got wave machines, they got salt water, they got rocks from winkle pools. Nothing. The winkles just kept their little winkle legs closed. However, my grandfather, for reasons that are still lost to time, in my grandmother's kitchen, Flora margarine tub, a bit of seawater in a mug, skloosh, and it was like he put on Barry White and opened the tequila, because suddenly the winkles were making little winkles all over the place. And this turned the scientific community on its head. I mean, suddenly it's like scientists everywhere were going to the supermarket and buying Flora margarine, emptying it out, and sure enough, winkles. I mean, they could recreate his findings, so what were they going to do? It's like, we need more winkles. Okay, get the Flora margarine. But anyway, I digress. So enough about him, let's focus on me, which is one of my favorite topics. So, I used to tell people that I work in cloning, but then everyone would say, ooh, can you clone me? And it was the experience like, it's as if I work cloning people who ask that question. Because no, I don't clone people. I clone little bits of DNA. Anyway, it's like copying and pasting in Word, except if you take the word Mary had a little lamb, well, not the word, the sentence, and paste it someplace else, you never get Mary had a little lamb, Mary hid a little lamb, Mary lamb, or Mary, 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 Mary lamb. But that's what I do for a living. Anyway, but I stopped telling people that because people would say embarrassing things like, ooh, can you clone me? So instead, what I do is I say I work on human genetic disease, which is completely true. But yes, nobody has a joke about that. And suddenly they go, ooh, what genetic disease? Hoping there's some kind of a joke in there. No. I work on a disease that causes intellectual disability among children. There is no way they're coming. I was like, ooh. I've got them frozen like a deer in a headlight. And so then I explained to them, well, what we actually do, it's quite clever and humanitarian, is that we take these mutations that we find in poor unfortunate kids and we recreate them in fruit flies. Oh yes, we make mentally disabled fruit flies. Thank you. Which is absurd as it sounds. I mean, these fruit flies really are as daft as brushes. You clap your hands, they will jump and go, bloody hell. And if you do that 30 times, a normal fruit fly will go, it's that clapping guy again. But no, these flies on the other hand, 29 times will go, bloody hell, did you hear that? I'm so out of here. But understand, it means you have very few permits are required for working with fruit flies. You squash 1,000 fruit flies flat, that's Tuesday morning. But if you slightly annoy 5 mice, you better have a lot of permits. I mean, don't even joke about killing the little critters. But we actually do make mice with the same disabilities. But anyway, the funny thing about fruit flies is that I discovered this the other day in a lab meeting when I wasn't asleep, is that fruit flies actually, when they don't get access to some lady fruit fly action, they resort to alcoholism. Yes, some very bored scientists in 2012, for reasons that I don't even understand, and I work in the field, is they thought, what if we sex-starve some fruit flies, also known as Drosophila, and let's see if they would choose between a sugar solution or a sugar solution with alcohol in it. What? Anyway, they went and did this. Got group A of Drosophila, which had a whole lot of lady action right beforehand. They just went to the sugars like, that was exhausting. I'm going to go back in there, but first I need energy. While the ones that had just been a sausage party of Drosophila equivalent, they of course were like, I am so frustrated right now. Ooze. And so when I told my wife this, my wonderful wife of many years, I said, Drosophila, they result in alcoholism. She goes, are you telling me you're part fruit fly? Thank you guys, you've been wonderful.